Coming up on tonight's video, Rafa Benitez calls out Henri Lansbury. Did Lansbury instigate the incident with Jonjo Shelvey? The Paul Dummett sending off. FIFA laws state it was not a red card. And finally, of course, you'll hear from me, as ever. Hello Newcastle Fans TV, we are reflecting from Friday night's shocking refereeing performance by Steve Martin. I'm also, as you've just seen there in the intro, Rafa will call out Henri Lansbury. Let's begin with it. So I'd done the review and I was kind of tipsy when I'd done it with my brother, so haven't really had time to look back at the game properly because I'd done it when the music was blasting. I couldn't really have the commentating, so I couldn't take it all in. Looking at it now, looking back, you've got to say that the referee, we all knew had a stinker, but he's got them wrong. Maybe the Shelvey one, he might, yeah, you could probably, 50-50, but he was provoked. And also the Paul Dummett one, that's absolutely shocking. He doesn't even know the laws of the game, the referee. But we'll come on to that in a moment. What we're going to start with, we're going to have a look at what Rafa, he's called out Henri Lansbury. So Rafa calls out Henri Lansbury. Now all the footage is from Sky Sports, so some of it has to be shrunk down for obviously copyright reasons. But here is Rafa calling out Henri Lansbury after the game.
Rafa, was that a case where big decisions went against you tonight?
Everything was against us, so you could see the game. We had a lot of things that we can complain, but I was really surprised with Lansbury, the number 10, the way that he was acting twice in the penalty and also with Jonjo Shelvey, but maybe he's proud of himself.
It's a 3-game ban for Jonjo. Is it one that you will consider appealing, having seen it tonight?
If the referee cannot see that he was kicking Jonjo before, I will not defend Jonjo. Jonjo made a mistake, but he was kicking Jonjo before from behind, and after he was acting. But sometimes the FA take action also with the play that they are overacting. So maybe something that they have to analyse.
Against the odds, you took the lead just before half-time, and then comes the second red card incident involving Paul Dummett. What was your view of that?
Very clear. Number 10 was waiting for him. So again, I would say maybe the FA can analyse this and see the behaviour of the number 10. It's very difficult, so we can appeal about a penalty in the first half for Clark, that they were not even facing the ball, the defender, but we will not change anything. So it's just, if they want to do something, fine. If they don't want to do anything, so we will carry on.
You can tell Rafa's not very happy about it. He's play acting. We'll see what we mean by play acting in a moment, but we'll come to that in a second. But even professional footballers were getting involved on Twitter. Carl Henry, who plays for QPR, come out and tweeted this. He said, Henri Lansbury's a con artist, threw himself to the ground to get me sent off, got 2 players sent off tonight. So even his own professional footballers are coming out and saying, and this could get these guys in a lot of trouble. Obviously, Henri Lansbury's seen that, hasn't he? So he tweeted back saying, "Don't get up my peach, whatever that is. It looks like a bum, a fruit up, whatever that is." So simple hashtag, and then call Henry. Then he's blowing him a kiss as well. So a little bit of mind games going on, which could get them 2 guys into trouble. But why is there all the commotion? Well, if you didn't see the game, you must be mental, because that's all it's been. And Stuart Pearce and Peter Beagray were in the punditry for Sky Sports, and they both believe that the sending offs are shocking, absolutely appalling refereeing decisions. We're not even going to touch about. We're not even really going to talk about the Kieran Clark disallowed goal or the penalty that we should have had with Kieran Clark as well. This is more about just the 2 sentences off. It's absolutely appalling. This is the first one, and what I want you to have a look at is the reaction. Remember, Henri Lansbury plays up. The reaction Henri Lansbury does when Shelvey kicks out of him is like a delayed reaction. Just watch this.
Well, let's talk about them now. Jonjo Shelvey being sent off.
Yeah, I mean, the more I look at the incident, the more I think that the initial foul come from Henry on Shelvey. If you're going to send him off for retaliation, all well and good, but I think the initial contact there and the kick probably come from Henry. He's played it clever, and then the linesman's picked up on it and seen the reaction from Henry on that one. But I think that's the initial kick there. But Jonjo's got involved in a scenario. For me, it's probably a free kick to Newcastle, And if you want to send Shelvey off afterwards for the retaliation, all well and good.
I totally agree with that. The initial contact was made by Henry with the tackle on the calf of Shelvey as well, and then he has retaliated. I don't know whether it's enough to deem a red card. I'd give the pair of them a talking to, and maybe it's a yellow card each as well. But as soon as the assistants got involved, that's the referee's decision. And I think a bit of justice was served, wasn't it, with the save.
Right, so there's the first one with Henri Lansbury. The second one is even worse. Now, there's a new law, which we'll touch on in a moment. There's a new law that's coming into effect just before the Euros. But here's the second footage, and watch Lansbury deliberately just stand there for waiting for Dummett to come. Just watch this.
Henry is clever. He slams the anchors on. He puts his leg out. The contact is initiated by him stopping, putting his leg out. So for me, I mean, it's not even a penalty for me. It really isn't. The contact is initiated by the forward there because he stops and puts his leg out.
I've got to say, Lansbury's first touch there is wonderful. He's got his back to goal, pirouetting. He's killed the ball stone dead, stuck it between his legs and said to the defender, "You're not getting to this." I don't think it's a sending off personally. I think if you want a yellow in, fine. You can't send it.
And if we're looking at it from a defensive point of view as well, there was no pressure on the ball. Dummett's been done 3 times already with that diagonal pass or even a central one as well. And he's got to learn by his mistakes there. But tonight where, the 2 centres off really killed the game, and whether you call it gamesmanship or not, if somebody does it in your team, we've both played in that and we'll accept it. It's as simple as that, with Henry. But it affected the game, it affected the outcome of the game as well, and I can understand his disappointment.
Absolutely shocking red card. Now, actually, when I was watching this, remember, because when I watched this and when I had the music blasting, when I was out on the drink, I couldn't really see what was going on. Hear what was going on, so I actually thought it was a red card. But none of them are penalties. Looking back now, I've had time to reflect on it. It's just absolutely shocking. There's a new law which I've mentioned just before the VT was playing there. This is from an article from Sky Sports, which was in the back end of May. I'll read this out to you. The International Football Association Board has published changes to the laws of the game for the 2016-17 season. The most notable altering sending off offences inside the penalty area, and England are set to trial them in the pre-season Euro 2016 friendlies. The previous triple punishment rule meant that a player who had denied a goal scoring opportunity was automatically red carded and handed a suspension, as well as giving away a penalty. However, the law has now changed so that players committing accidental fouls that deny a goal scoring opportunity are not automatically sent off but cautioned instead. So, the prime example, remember the Euros when France played Ireland and Griezmann was bursting through on goal and Duffy brought him down just outside the box? Red card, last man, because he's outside the box. If it happens inside the box, Steve Martin, I'm telling you how to referee a game here. If it happens inside the box, he doesn't get a red card. At the worst case scenario, he gets a yellow. So even if Dummett was found guilty, which he isn't because Lansbury's waiting for him, it's not even a penalty in my eyes. Even Stuart Pearce said that there. It's not even a penalty in my eyes. And even if it was, it's not a red card. He's cost us the game. Do you know what it is? Newcastle played brilliantly to go on that far to the 85th minute with 9 men. Absolutely brilliant. I'm not criticising Newcastle one bit. Steve Martin, the referee, and Henri Lansbury have conned Newcastle out of this. They really, really have. I'm absolutely disgusted with the two of them. And nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. What will happen with the referee? He'll probably get demoted to League One for a week, and then Lansbury will just get off lightly, and Shelvey will probably get another 3-game ban. It's just a joke. And the Paul Dummett one, that's not even a red card. He should be available next game, which I presume Newcastle will appeal because it'd be pretty stupid not to, Being conned, man, absolutely conned, and the standard of refereeing in this division is absolutely shocking. Absolute shocking. When I was at the game with Alan, who I sit next to in the St James's, right? There was a back pass and the referee carried on, and all of the Milburn stand coming around the Gallagher stand were going off it, and the referee just played it on like nothing had ever happened. It was just the standard of refereeing this, you can tell, but we've been robbed there. And Forest fans, if you're watching, you're probably laughing, but it is. It takes some guts and some balls if a Forest fan is watching this video and say, yeah, we got the 3 points because of the referee. I will actually amend it in the comments down there below. We're being absolutely robbed. We'll move on. We've got Birmingham next week, which is a tough one, and Carl Dollo, hero. All the lads are heroes, but Steve Martin, absolutely joking. You know what it is? when the return fixture comes round on the 30th December, I hope Lansbury's playing. I really hope Lansbury's playing. The atmosphere and the intense and the booing that he'll get. Oh, can't wait! I can't wait. Bring it on! Bring it on! Of course, as ever, lads, let us know what you think of your thoughts down there below. Sorry I'm a bit irate, but I'm pretty disappointed, you know. Right, thanks for watching Newcastle Fans TV. See you later.